Hey, what's going on, Strobridge? How you
Hey,
doing
¿qué
today, brother?
pasa? What's happening?
We're doing all right today, huh?
We are doing awesome.
I feel pretty good. It was a good week. I went to a water park on Saturday and I'm sunburned.
That's right. How'd that go?
It was great. I actually got to show you the footage that I took with the camera. Actually, the camera I'm using now.
Hmm.
It's a waterproof action camera by DJI. It's a DJI Osmo Action 4. And we got some slow-mo shots of me doing a rope swing. I gave my son
Did you go
the
like underwater with it and stuff without
no
looking like a pervert?
no, my wife had was looking outside,
Oh, okay.
and what was really cool, like it was cool footage. My son took the camera, did like a little slow mo water slide thing too, which is really nice. It was a fun time. It was a fun time. I got something that I want to talk to you about that I did this week too.
Oh.
I worked on a so on the fourth so first off, shout out Fourth Wall. If you go on cleansanchezmedia.com where our the artificial mind merch is at, we have it's powered by Fourth Wall and I was part of the AI site designer beta.
Oh, okay.
I got to sign up for it. I got to play around with it and it's pretty cool. I mean, it's not perfect by any means, but it works, right? And
Mhm.
what I was able to do and have fun with was I spoke to the bot and I asked it, can you change the colors of my website to black and gold or whatever? And it would do
Mhm.
that. Can you change the image or make the image smaller? Can you add links on top? Merch, portfolio, stuff like that. And it would
Oh.
do everything for you,
Like
really cool
windows
stuff,
here and
man.
there. Oh.
Yeah,
Huh.
it was very cool. I thought that was one of the coolest features that it had, that I was able to be like, hey, can you make me these separate pages? And it will do it for you in an instant. It was very responsive. But then when I asked it to change the whole theme of the website,
Hmm.
it didn't work. It stopped working on me.
Scrambled
Like
its
it
brain.
yeah, it stopped understanding what I was saying to it. And that's okay. It's a beta.
Right.
But I think this is also another really cool tool that we have with AI.
Just
Just another
another one to throw
positive
in
use
our
of it.
satchel of tools.
Yeah, man. You got anything going?
As far as AI news, I mean, there's enough going around every week that I can't keep up with it all, and to try to remember any of it, like the
Yeah,
breakthrough this week is just I can't keep up with it anymore. That's
yeah.
you helped me
I
out with that.
well, yeah. I've been playing them. Well, I kind of stick with the Sora stuff. Like I still currently use the GPT. I think it's
Yes,
getting better day by day by day. Um,
that
Helping
is
me
now
out.
the Nintendo of the AI world, I would say, if you will.
Yeah, I'm currently working on a really cool story for another podcast. And like I read a couple books. I didn't read the full thing. I started checking out the origin of species by Darwin.
Mhm.
And I didn't read the whole thing. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, I read the whole thing. There were some things that I was specifically looking for, and I was able to get some of those resources through the help of the GPT. Like, hey, I wrote this thing here, but I want to make sure that, can you help me find the resource so I could read and confirm my research? You know?
Like Cliff Notes, right?
Yeah,
Kind
because
of.
my main thing is I want to find the resource. If the resource exists, I want to find it. And I use
Right.
the GPT to help me find that resource.
Source
I
beside it.
didn't have it
Yep.
tell me what I was writing or give me the answers. I asked it, hey, can you tell me where I wrote this? Is there a resource that you can guide me to that will help my my research be more understandable, that I could pretty much put two and two together?
Tighten
And
it up.
yeah, tighten it up, and it did that. It did that.
Hmm.
So today we have something really cool to talk about. First things first. to start, before we get to Starset, Limp Bizkit came out with a video for the song "Turn It Up, Bitch," and the whole video itself is AI generated.
Oh,
I don't know who they used to make the video or how they got it done, right? And I have no issue with it. A lot of people, have their own issues, but it's kind of funny that it's kind of interesting that Limp Bizkit would be the ones to do it. But today we're
right.
going to talk about Starset's Degenerate. Now, to me, the song is like making fun of AI. It's kind of like maybe denouncing is a strong word, but it's yeah,
Making
it's
you
it's
aware
kind
of
of
it.
it's making you aware of what's going on with it. And what I love about Starset and what they're doing here is that they're very into the whole futuristic artificial intelligence, technology. And for this song and video to come out was super interesting. So I'm going to share this with you. We're going to listen to it. I know Strobridge hasn't listened to it. I think the song is amazing.
I love surprises.
Yeah, I do too. But yeah, here we go. I will mute our mics so we could listen
Yep.
to it and watch the video, and then we'll
Okay.
break it down through the lyrics and the video. And yeah, but yeah, here we go. All right, what are your thoughts?
If you're gonna do that, I think this is the second or third time you've surprised me with a good video. I need to start taking notes when we're watching these because I'll think two or three things and I probably forget them when we start talking about it.
Yeah,
But the first thought was,
yeah, I want to hear your initial thoughts about
the
this.
first thought is no one stands a chance in this modern society. Look at the pharaohs. You throw a phone in their hands and they're just as much of a slave as we are. That's
Interesting.
part of it. Part of it.
Interesting. That is a very interesting like perspective because like we
No one
are
stood a chance.
we are succumbed to our devices, our phones, our
Impulse.
cameras. Yeah. And it's funny because I just showed you the Icy Star song for oh my god, what was that song I just showed you? Damage Done.
Yes, damn it.
Which kind of deals with the same theme.
Yeah, concept.
Guys, we listen to music. We like to pump ourselves up. No way.
What's that?
When I first saw this video, I was like, oh, they're using AI. But I did find out, and actually, I got to go back to the video actually. So it says in the music video description,
Mm-hmm.
the music video was produced by where'd it go? There we go. So it was the credits are director and editor Christopher Phelps, producer and generator Timothy Oakley, generator Stephen Phelps, and Ursida Parade Production. So scouring the internet, looking through social medias and Reddit, Dustin Bates, the singer of the band, said that they hired a team of artists.
Okay.
And specifically said that they cost a good amount of money. They paid artists to make the art in which they push their art into the generator themselves. So everything that is in the video was all the original art. Now, you could look through some of it. You can say, oh, there was Batman and Robin in the portion. So there may be I don't know the copyright and the legality stuff of that.
Right.
But everything else that we know of right now was made by this company, Ursida Parade Production. So the lyrics start off, can you feel the way the worlds collide? Can you feel the violence? Do you wonder why? Don't fall behind. Don't fall away. The wolves are at the gate and no one's safe. Down, 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 down. It's a race to the bottom. We go. Round and circle the drain. So this is like the first verse and then a bridge. I think that's what it's called. I'm not a musician.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or chorus. That's the bridge, and that's
Well, we haven't
the next one?
we haven't gotten to the chorus yet.
Oh, gotcha.
So we're in this light transitional bridge here, and it says, "Can you feel the way the worlds collide?" And it's like, it's interesting because we've said this on the show before too. Nature and technology are merging, and it's so weird. Okay, It is so weird. And just a slight sidebar, the new season of Big Brother is incorporating artificial intelligence.
Oh, really?
Yes, and if you look at their rooms, right? If you
Mhm.
look at some of the rooms that were designed, it looks like it was all designed by AI. So one room has like elevated stairway beds that are
Like a
all
gesture looking kind of thing,
yeah,
maybe?
yeah,
Or
like very,
okay.
so like the theme is there, It's
Uh-huh.
very cool. So we're kind of hearing this in this part right here. Can you feel the worlds collide? Can you feel the violence? Do you wonder why? And what I think is going on, what I understand here is like, do you understand that there's people abusing this and it's making it worse for other people?
And the
Don't fall
integration of it.
behind, don't fall away. The wolves are at the gate and no one's safe. No, so now we're coming into the down, 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 down. It's a race to the bottom, and it's so interesting that this part is being said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone wants to be at the top, but not everyone wants to be the top. Everyone wants to be a top social media guru. Everyone wants to be the top of their game, and then
Mm-hmm.
there's just people who are just happy where they are. So now we're at the chorus. So hit them with the whole tidal wave. We're killing it the entire way. Wash it down and annihilate and have yourself a nice doomsday. Bending till we bend till we break, degenerate.
Very positive outlook.
So hit him with the whole tidal wave. We're killing it the entire, wash it down and annihilate. This is a call to action. That's what I think.
Well, it's a last plea almost.
It is a last.
Final plea.
It does sound like that. Then we get to artificial sickness, artificial blame, manufactured victims of manufactured games. It's all the same. Artificial sickness, artificial blame, manufactured victims of manufactured games.
Artificial blame. I like that. That's used a lot.
Yes, yes, it is. You are the thing that you hate. And this is a theme, you either
The
you
things that
either
annoy
die
you
a
about other
hero.
people are generally things that you don't see in yourself, kind of thing. I think that's where they're
Yeah,
going with
and then
that.
you have the whole you either die a hero spiel.
Yeah. Or live long enough to become a villain. Yeah.
Yep. The parasites are in control, and once they come, they never go. We fed the dark to watch it grow. We're turning back to animals. Now, this part I think is amazing. The parasites are in control, and once they come, they never go. We fed the dark to watch it grow. We're turning back to animals. The parasite is this, okay? And I mean, I'm guilty myself. Doom scrolling, doom scrolling for content, doom scrolling for the next laugh,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Even parts of myself have almost become kind of unnatural. Can you think can you say the same thing about you?
Well, I can see patterns in my behavior of like what I do when I come home after work, kind of a thing, and I immediately
Yeah,
go outside, have a smoke, and who's with the smoke? Phone. I might have coffee. How coffee and smokes go together. Yeah, but I won't always have those two together. But you know what I will have together always.
that's true. There you go.
Not that they
And
feed
then
off, just
and this is what leads to the part we're turning back to animals because we're becoming so distracted by
bottom feeders.
yeah,
Just buying
it's
buying shit we don't need.
hell
Uh,
yeah.
it's kind of going with that, like the Fight Club theme in certain ways.
Yeah, so
They didn't
now when
have
I'm
this stuff. They didn't have the cell phone yet in Fight Club. Could you imagine if they had that technology back then? How that would
you're
have
right.
altered that? Yeah. Hmm.
So
Interesting thought.
I'm gonna put this into the chat GPT and I'm gonna ask what the chat GPT thinks.
Yeah. There was a part in there, I want to say it was right in the middle too, that I heard a nice little break of jungle music.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, there's a nice callback. I like that little spot in there. I wanted to make sure I pointed that out because I was like, oh, you don't hear that beat
So
every
the
day now.
ChatGPT says Degenerate by Starset seems to be a powerful commentary on the state of society, technology, and humanity. So it talks about colliding worlds and violence, and the song opens up by describing a world in turmoil where different forces or ideologies clash violently. The phrase, the wolves are at the gate, suggests imminent danger and a sense of urgency. Descent into chaos. The repeated lines down, 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 and race to the bottom indicate a society spiraling out of control, heading towards self destruction, and the imagery of circling the drain reinforces this sense of inevitable decline.
Yep. Black hole. What was it?
Yeah, destructive force and annihilation. The chorus speaks of unleashing a tidal wave and killing it the entire way, which can be interpreted as a metaphor for overwhelming, all-encompassing destruction. The phrase, have yourself a nice doomsday, is a darkly ironic invitation to witness or participate in this collapse.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if this is how the world goes, right? If this is how it goes, would you die fighting for it?
Oh, what else am I going to do? Sit? No.
And then here comes to our favorite part, the artificial constructs and blame. It criticizes artificial sickness and manufactured victims, suggesting that many of society's problems are man-made, possibly by manipulative or corrupt systems. The line, it's all the same, implies a cycle of repetitive and futile blame. Self-reflection and hypocrisy. The line, you are the thing that you hate, points to a deep hypocrisy within individuals or society. It suggests that people often become the very thing that they despise.
Exactly. The line, it wasn't the same line, but what I think of was, oh, come on. Every time I think of this, it just goes away in my head. Go ahead. Keep going with your thought, and I'm sure I'll come back.
Now, the next one is parasitic control and regression. And the lyrics speak of parasites in control and a regression to more primal animalistic behaviors. So this imagery suggests that societal decay leads to a loss of humanity and civilization. And the last thing is rebellion and resistance. The repeated call to hit him with the whole tidal wave can be seen as a rallying cry for rebellion against the forces causing this decay. It's about fighting back with all one's might, even if it means total annihilation. So, in summary, the Starset addresses themes of societal decay, technological and artificial manipulation, and the resulting chaos of destruction. It criticizes the artificial and hypercritical nature of modern society while depicting a world on the brink of self-destruction. The song combines a sense of urgency and rebellion with dark apocalyptic imagery.
I believe the sentence was wolves at the gate, and I kept thinking of an opposite metaphor, but just as well was there's no captain at the helm.
Yeah. Oh,
Just
yeah.
just as bleak, but same kind of
That's
concept.
interesting too, because it's like, there is
Who's running
not
this?
there is not one person. You
Right.
know what I mean? It's become societal.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's doing it. Me and you are doing it. Artists are doing it for line work. Musicians are using it for background noises. I mean, it has become societal, but has it become a problem?
Some,
And
I mean, it's just how you go about it.
and has our use of these technologies made it worse for us? Some would say yes. Some would argue no.
It's a loose, because I always go back to the artistic part of it, because as long as it's being used for that, which I mean, still it can be abused in art. I mean, look at it, but that's the pure thing I think of when I think of this AI stuff is helping us out, not even helping, just expanding our minds in a sense. I mean, you think of the paintings before all this AI Midjourney came out, when people was drawing stuff themselves. Like, you would have some very elaborate paintings out there by famous people and bright colors and that, but you don't see arrangements like you do now. Like, would you ever dream that you would see like the stuff that you're seeing now, like passed out on the floor with beer bottles all around. Would you think you'd ever see something like that? Like and that's the capability we have now. And that's also showing you, like, again, what I said at the beginning, where no one stands a chance. If you brought him to this time period, chances are he would find a vice real quick.
Yeah, you're right. And that's a great closing for us.
Yep.
You know, this has been a very important episode, to be honest with you. We listened to a song that talks about our collapse, or our possible collapse. You know, so, but next week we're going to keep it light. Well, not next week, but the next episode.
Right, because I'm rocking next week.
Oh yeah, you're going to incarceration.
Incarceration.
Hell yeah, man! So I'm very excited for you, by the way.
I get more and more excited the more I hear about everybody saying how they're excited for me. So yeah.
I'm very jealous. But the next episode, we're going to break down the Big Brother house, the Big Brother 26 house, which has incorporated AI into their rooms. So yeah, I know that's going to be an interesting one for you.
These last ones have been. They really like. Well, anytime we throw music into our show, I'm going to like it. So,
like same here.
We don't listen to music. We don't do that stuff.
No, we're robots, so
boring.
But thank you guys
all day.
You guys are the best. We'll see you next time. Go to www.cleansanchezmedia.com. We actually have a VIP service that if you want to be a part of the show as an audience member, or you want to call in, you can be a part of that membership service for as low as $8 a month. And you can find that at cleansanchezmedia.com. And you can find our merch there as well. Strobridge, you got any last words?
I almost wanted to picture like a 1-800 number showing up right when you were saying that. Call now and you can help us out.
I want to do that so bad.
We should just make up a number. Hell with it. It don't even have to actually call us. Just make up a number, and by a chance, it might call up someone by accident.
Yeah, no. Anyway,
think about that.
See you later, guys.
Adios. Enjoy your weekend.
Tech responsibly.
I like that.